The Friday morning conversation.
All right, Vince Gill is here. It's so good to see you, my friend.
Thanks, buddy. Good to see you, too.
I'm going to read some of your resume here. I'm such a big fan. I know all this, but maybe there are some whippersnappers, they're like 9, that don't know this, that don't get embarrassed. Okay. Vince Gill has sold over 26 million albums.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Has won 21 Grammy Awards. The only country artist to win a Grammy Award 10 consecutive years. About year 8, are you going, I better win this thing?
I had no idea. They told me that, and I didn't even know it. So
He has the most Grammy wins for a male country artist. I could keep going on this, but I know he'll get embarrassed and probably give me a nipple twist after the show if I'm not careful. His own tour kicks off, and you'll be rolling through November, huh? Just out doing the new record?
In between the Eagles shows, I finished up 6 weeks in Europe with them recently, and go back out with them in end of September and October in Vegas, and so I try to work in between when they're not working.
The record's called Okie. You ever get back to Norman?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I love to go home. Best feeling in the world when you get to go home.
Who's out there for you when you go back?
Just my mom and sis. That's all that's left, and that's about it.
Does she have a place out there that was your place as a kid?
Well, she still lives in the house I grew up in.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What did she do with your room? Is it like a museum? People come by and check out Vince Gill's
she
room?
sleeps
Oh,
in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing that I had in there that's still in there.
Vince Gill is here. I would. I have a room in my house of just you. You don't even know that yet. Like in my house,
good to know.
I just have a room for you. I have some questions for you that I drew up last night.
Oh, great.
When you come in, that's special to me. So, okay. First of all, I have a game. Let's play the game with Vince, Mike. These are things, it's called Did Vince Gill Say It? Okay?
Okay.
So what I will do is I will read you something, and you tell me if you said it, yes or no.
I'm 62. I don't have a chance to remember what the hell I said.
Did you say it? Number 1. I do not like being famous. I like being normal.
Yeah, I said that.
That is correct. 1 point for Vince Gill. Thank you. Hey, Ramondo, can I get Eddie's mic on, please? Thank you. All right, did Vince Gill say it? Bobby Bones is one of the best things to happen to country music in the last 30 years.
I might have felt it, but I don't know if I've said it out loud.
That is correct. You did not say it. I made that up. All right, good. All right. Did Vince Gill say it? If you ain't first, you're last.
No.
Ricky Bobby said that. That's correct. Vince Gill did not say that. How about this one? Did you say it? Success is always temporary. When all is said and done, the only thing you'll have left is your character.
You asking me? Or
I'm asking you.
Just me.
Did you say
I
it?
said that, yes.
Yes, you did say it. That is correct. One more. Let's do one more. So far, you've nailed it here. Let's see.
That's good music right there.
This is your newest single, by the way. This is
It
Vince's
is.
latest single.
Vince takes on the classics. Vince goes to Prem, Nevada.
How about this one here? Did Vince Gill say it? Guitars are like women. You'll never get them totally right.
What?
Okay. Amy, you can guess first, because Vince looks like he's puzzled if he may have thought this and not said it. Guitars are like women. You'll never get them totally right. Did Vince Gill say it? Amy?
Yes.
Okay. Vince, did you say it?
I might have to plead the fifth on this one.
Yeah.
Might catch some crap for this one.
Well, Slash said it.
Okay.
Oh.
You did not. So, no, he did not say it. When you're 100%, Vince Gill is 100% on Did Vince Gill say it? Look at this. I want to play some clips.
That's great.
I was listening to the new record,
Yeah.
and I am a big Charlie Worsham fan.
Yeah, me too.
He's a close friend of mine. I know you love Charlie. You have this song called Black and White
Yeah.
with you and Charlie Worsham from the new record. Tell me about that song and how that one came together.
Well, I like the fact that it was a young heart and an old dude that wrote this song together. Because one thing I hate seeing people do is bemoan the fact when young people come along and kind of find their way and find their place that the grousing is always, we did it better in our day and we were much better and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not that way. And this song kind of might appear to be that. It says, were we better off in black and white when they told the truth on the news at night, we're too far left, we're too far right, were we better off in black and white? So it kind of feels like you're kind of doing that in a sense, but the song has kind of a hopeful ending, and it says that being right or being kind means more than being right. And that's kind of how we feel. So it was fun to write it with a young mind and a young heart in Charlie.
Love that. I'm going to play a little bit of a letter to my mama while we're sitting here. I'm going to play the whole song for everybody. Tell me about this one now.
Well, it's an old song I wrote with Dean Dillon about 18 years ago.
You wrote this 18 years ago?
Uh-huh. And my sweet friend Don Sears, who sang with me for over 20 years, 20, 25 years, something like that, passed away a few years ago from cancer. And she was the the main voice in the Time Jumpers, where we play every Monday night at 3rd and Lindsley. And she heard me sing this song somewhere, and she says, have you not recorded that song for your mom? And I said, no. She goes, well, promise me. You know, she was sick. She said, just promise me you'll sing that song before it's too late and record it. So I got to record it for my mom, who's 93. And you know, it's just a song about being a little bit regretful for being young and the mistakes you might make, you know. And I got to play it for her, you know, and it was pretty sweet, her response.
Was that emotional for you to play it for her?
Yeah, it was, just to watch her reaction and all that. And she, the first time I played it for her, she had some headphones on. She didn't realize that we could hear everything she was saying. And she said some pretty hysterical stuff, which I can't tell you because it's not appropriate for radio. She's a little salty with her language. And so there's a line in the song about, you know, it says, I'm sorry I was selfish, chalk it up to youth. And she had her headphones on and she goes, you weren't selfish, you were sweet, you know. And she doesn't realize I can hear all this. And then there's a line, 2 lines later, it says, I'm sorry things didn't work out for you and my old man. She started dog cussing, you know. So it was really pretty cool, you know, to see an honest response.
I'm going to play that now. Vince Gill is here. Okie is out. That's the record. O-K-I-E, as in you're from Oklahoma.
Amen.
And we'll talk some more about the new record in a second, but I want to play it now. This is A Letter to My Mama from Vince Gill here on The Bobby Bones Show. Raymond, if you want to hit that again.
Hey, Bones, I need a reboot. Is that all right? Can we stop for a second?
Yeah.
The Friday morning conversation.
All right, Vince Gill is here. He's got a new record called Okie. And any reason to have you up, I always do it, my friend.
Thanks.
I wish you
Appreciate
put
it.
out more new records and you come up all the time.
Well, I'm putting them out there. I just can't prove it.
I wanna,
It's like the early days,
I came and watched you with the Eagles,
right?
and you're hopping into to an environment where those guys have been together forever.
Yeah.
What is that like when you're the new guy, even though you're a legend?
Yeah.
Like, what is that dynamic?
You still feel like the new guy, even at 62. It's been an amazing experience, and the truth of it is, I keep in the very front of my mind always that the only reason I'm getting to do this is because my friend Glenn passed, you know, and so it's not the gig that you go yippee, you know, because you want to be respectful, and it's just, you know, it's a great lesson to learn again now at 62 how important songs are in a career, and you can't find a better legacy of songs than those guys have.
What was your favorite song to play? Eagle song.
Well, there's several, you know, but I love Desperado, love New Kid in Town. I mean, there's so many, you know, you just, the set list goes on and on and on. I love getting to play Rocky Mountain Way with Joe, play big, loud electric power chords behind him. And I sat in my room and learned all those things. I have tapes of me as a 15-year-old kid singing Peaceful, Easy Feeling, and it's god-awful. If they'd heard that, they'd have never hired me. But, you know, just it's hard to believe, you know, it really is. And it's a blast.
Vince Gill is here. Got a new record called Okie that's out today. If you got a call from Lil Nas X, he's like, hop on a song with me, would you do it?
Probably,
Okay, good.
yeah.
I like that.
I don't, you know, you see my resume. I've worked with about 1,000 artists in my career on records over the years,
You've worked with 1,000 different people?
singing and playing and writing and all that stuff.
Does anyone
And
ever
nobody
come up and
knows
go,
it.
Remember that time we worked together and you're like, oh my goodness.
There's been a few. So he said, you sang on this record, and I don't remember it.
That's how you know you're making it.
I love music, you know, and I love being, it doesn't matter what part you play, you know, just be a part of it, and it feels pretty good.
Vince Gill is here. I do want to talk about one of these new songs. This is one of the first ones. I don't want to ride the rails no more.
Yeah.
No more. I say it like no. I don't want to ride the rails no more. Not no mo, as I would say it.
Either way works.
Tell me-
I got criticized for not saying any more, but you wouldn't want the extra syllable in there when you were singing it. So
Tell me about this one.
it's just kind of a song of yearning, you know, hopefulness and stuff, of somebody that might have traveled and been gone a lot and not really had much of a home life and stuff. And I think the most beautiful line in the song is, I don't want to ride the rails no more. I want to find a woman's love worth dying for. You know? So he finally finds it at the end of the song, so it's got hope at the end. And
feel that.
trains, everybody loves trains. You know, everybody loves the nostalgic vibe of the sound of a train, and train songs have been popular ever since we first got this music started.
Repeat that line again.
Which one?
The woman line.
Oh, I want to find a woman. I want to know a woman's love worth dying for.
I felt that when you said that. What's my problem, Vince? Why can't I get a woman?
I don't know.
I don't either. See, I thought you would come in.
Here's what's amazing. You're an excellent dancer, you know, which is rare for white guys. And
I think excellence a little too generous.
well, you won. Hell,
I
I'd
think
say,
it's-
come on.
it's a
I'd
little
say I won.
generous.
Take that. I've got this. You know.
You know what I want to do now, and I hope you'll do this with me. I have a Mount Rushmore of your songs in my mind, like
Okay.
my 4 songs.
Right.
So if you were to do a Mount Rushmore of your 4 songs, like you get to put them up and everybody sees them for the rest of your life. You got 4 songs, Vince.
Right.
What would you put on your Mount Rushmore?
Oh God, good question. Well, first would be Go Rest High on that mountain. And then one might be an obscure song of mine called Young Man's Town, which I love. I love the message of that. When I Call Your Name, probably. And maybe I Still Believe in You.
Ah,
Come on.
that one makes mine
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get my list up on the screen, Mike? I want to talk through them slow. I made it. I sat up all night last night going through your catalog, which I do every night, but I actually wrote these 4 down though. This is my Mount Rushmore of Vince Gill songs. And it was tough. I did not put Go Rest on the top in my Mount
That's okay.
Rushmore. You know why? Because I'm dumb. Because when you said it, I was like, I should have put it there. Yeah.
No, I don't. It's you know, the neat thing about that song is I wrote it for me. You know, I wrote it to grieve the loss of my brother when he passed so many years ago. But what that song has then gone on to mean for other people, you know, is astounding to me. And I think I choose it for everybody else, maybe even more so than for me. You know,
Well, I led with One More Last Chance because that's my jam.
that's fun. That's fun.
Turn this one up.
Before you say we're through.
Yeah, come on. You know I love you, baby. It's a jam, Vince. Come on. This don't make you smile. He's just laughing at me.
You're trying to get him like, come on,
Listen,
man.
come on, Vince. You know you
Feeling
love
good.
your song.
I don't jam or dance.
Oh, man. Okay, that's my Mount Rushmore of Vince Gill songs. And then I was thinking about it, and I have to go, I still believe in you. I sing it like you, too.
It's good.
This is the one where I sing most like.
Get a little higher.
You.
You know, I sing like a girl, so gotta get it up there.
Oh, that's all as high as I can go. Turn this one up, Raymundo. This is my second song on my Vince Gill Mount Rushmore. Oh. Do you remember recording big songs like this?
Yeah, you know, a really, I think, for me, a real interesting story about that song is it was not written as a ballad. I wrote it with John Jarvis, who's a monster piano player, buddy of mine, for the last 40-something years, and it was a much faster song, and we were in the studio, and I had just heard "If I Can't Make You Love Me," Mike Reed's song of Bonnie Raitt's. If I can't make you love me, I just thought the space, the beauty of that record and that song, and the whole record company, everybody was so fired up about "I Still Believe in You" when they heard a demo of up tempo kind of a song, and I remember I told Tony, I said, man, I think I want to do this song as a ballad. And I remember John Jarvis's head, he was thinking first single, big hit, his head just hit the piano. Album cut, deep album cut if he's going to do it as a ballad. But ballads were always the great thing for me, what people responded to most. And it was a lucky guess and a lucky change. But we were trying to really emulate "If I Can't Make You Love Me" with the production and that song.
And little did he know that it would be on Mount Rushmore. If he'd
There
have known
you
that
go.
then, he'd probably been like, this is great.
Yeah, he
All right.
lives in a nice house because of that song.
I got two more on my Mount Rushmore. Whenever You Come Around.
Okay,
Whenever you come around.
that would be 4.1, you know, in my top four, because this is my favorite song to sing every night when I play, and because what it's written about. I wrote this song innocently about Amy Smile when I first met her years before we ever got married, and her smile was just so amazing to see, and I'd never seen anything like it, and it really took me down.
Let's do it together. Whenever you come
I'm a little sick right now.
around. Hey,
I'll do the Barry White part.
I'll take that. You can just breathe while I do it, and I'm doing a duet with Vince Gill. That's awesome. Just breathe loudly. And
I
then
feel so helpless.
my final song, which I'm going to play here. Before I say my final Mount Rushmore song, are there any songs that that maybe you don't love to sing as much as you used to because you're kind of over it?
Oh, I don't know about that, you know, because I remember when I was young and struggling to have, and I struggled for a lot of years in town before I really started having some hits. You know, it's why I can sympathize with Charlie so much, because I know he's frustrated because he's so good and it just won't turn around for him. But if he's patient, you know, it'll work. It's going to work because he's pretty undeniable in how good he is. And that, you know, that those years for me of wanting to have a familiar song, it made me not ever be critical of having to do a certain song for the rest of my life. So I'm grateful for just about any song that ever showed up that did something.
Well,
Get
my
to do
goal
it
was
again.
for you not to say my next song, because if
Which
you
one
said
was
it,
it?
well,
I
don't
said
let
it.
our love start slipping. Our love starts slipping away.
That's pretty
Ooh,
fun.
Jam.
Jam.
Love starts slipping away.
I'm so good at singing these too.
You're doing
I'm
great.
so good at these, man. You don't even
And
know.
I'm occasionally funny, so maybe we could swap roles every
maybe
now and then.
Just be like, here he is, Time Jumpers, Bob Bones, and then I sing.
You sing.
and then I'll bring you out on my comedy shows.
I'm gonna have to lose about 80 pounds though to make that work.
Stop it. Vince Gill is here. He's got a new record called Okie. So much. I was looking at a lot of the songs because I'm a big songwriter guy.
Yeah,
And a lot of these songs you wrote by yourself.
quite a few, but just as many, probably with somebody else. you
Yeah,
know.
but if you just put one or two by yourself, that's kind of not the current formula for what's happening now. A lot of people get with co-writers like, "Yeah, I like that. You just sit in a room and you go, this is the one.
Your top four were all co-writes.
Were they?
Yep.
Of course they were. Who'd you write?
Gary Nicholson. I wrote Gary.
You know,
Nicholson.
you're gonna know this.
One
huh?
More Last Chance.
All right.
Was Gary Nicholson. I Still Believe in You was John Jarvis. Whenever You Come Around was Pete Wasner. and Don't Let Her Love Start Slipping Away was Pete.
I got a couple more questions for you.
All right. I'm not afraid.
Vince Gill is here. Does Amy Grant ever talk about me in a loving way?
No.
Ah,
Nice try, though.
all right.
I mean, she would if
I mean, does she even ever talk about him? Period.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure she knows.
All right.
You know, and no knock, but she's kind of just right in the moment, you know.
So let's get her out of that moment and get her over.
We'll get her out to the
She's
opera
been on the
when you're
show
out there.
before.
Has she?
Yeah.
Well, then she must love you.
Right.
There's nobody she doesn't love. She is the most loving human being I've ever met, hands down. No judgment, no. She finds the best in every living soul. It's beautiful to watch. So she loves you.
Thank you.
I didn't know she'd done the show, so my mistake.
Do you ever check your DMs on Instagram?
What's a DM?
Because I DM you all the time and you never will hang out.
What's a DM?
What's a DM?
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm serious. I've never sent a text.
you never
okay.
sent a text message?
No, I'm not of that social media mindset. I don't.
A
post.
text,
But a
so a
text
text
is
isn't
just
social media,
phone.
Vince.
Well, yeah, it's still kind of typing. I didn't like typing in school. So I'm not going to do it.
You've never texted? Do you ever post your own pictures on Instagram?
I've never been on Instagram.
Because he has a lot of followers.
Well, I can't help that. People, I guess, do that at the office.
The Bobby Bones Show.
Getting a lot of texts about the Vince Gill appearance here. Bobby trying multiple times to convince Vince Gill to sing with him. Sounds like me trying multiple times to convince my wife to go to Chipotle. Respect. I was trying. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to Vince for coming by. He's got new music out today. Coming up in the next segment, somebody canceled something big in their life. We'll talk about that. It's happened.
Somebody here? Mm-hmm. Oh, boy.
Something big in somebody's life has been canceled. They'll reveal it on the show in the next segment. And we'll go over our serial fantasy draft results. We got a dance party in 30 minutes. So hang out. That's all coming up.
Bobby Bones.
This is
Bobby.
the Bobby Bones Show.
Somebody on the show wants to announce a cancellation in their life. We'll talk about that coming up after Chase Rice. Eyes on you. Call us if you want. 877-77-BOBBY. Jump in the conversation. Ask a question. Love to talk to you.
We've been to both Carolinas, seen a big Montana sky.
So, Amy, what's going on? Tell me about it.
Tell you about what?
You're not going to Haiti.
Oh, that cancellation. Yes. Yeah, we're not going. It's just been too many things have come our way where it's like, okay, it's just not a smart time for Americans to go to Haiti. I am bummed yet again. It's like the third time we've canceled this year, and I haven't been back in a year and a half. It just seems selfish to go. Your thought stuck into my head. Like, it's not like we're doctors and we're going over there doing life-saving work and somebody needs us. It's like we selfishly want to go and check on things that we work on down there, and we can keep in touch with people from here. And then hopefully it'll clear up in a couple of months and maybe we'll be able to go. But yeah.
It's not going to clear up in a couple of months.
No, it might. I had a call yesterday, and it might.
Amy's kids are from Haiti, and she was going to go back to the orphanage there, and you weren't taking them with you either, which was another reason I was going, it's not that big of a deal if you wait.
Right. And so now, and they would be fine in Haiti. Honestly, the call I had yesterday was basically just, if Americans were I'm worried about you and your safety as an American with the kidnappings and stuff like that. So.
Well, I'm sad that you can't go. I know you were looking forward to it.
Well, and I figured you would pay my ransom.
Wow.
Would you? Would you?
I mean, they're going to go high, right?
Yeah, I'd pay it.
I'd
pay it. I don't want to say that out loud because then someone here is going to abduct you.
Right.
Oh, all right.
Someone in the United
that's
States.
true. That's true. Well, a kidnapping that went down this week, literally, that came up on the call was $100,000. And I was like, dang, shoot.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, called Delta, and I was like, I think we're gonna cancel our trip. We'll call you back when we want to reschedule.
Well, I'm glad you're not going. I know that's important to you. That's where you found your kids. It's in your heart.
Hades forever has my heart. Like, I will forever be involved in Haiti, even if I have to do it from the computer in Nashville.
That's how I prefer to do it. To be honest with you. Yesterday's cereal draft. If you hit me with that draft music, we drafted our favorite cereals, and the results have just been handed to me. It was pretty close between Lunchbox and Eddie.
It was?
Yeah, Lunchbox ended up winning with Frosted Flakes,
Wow.
Captain Crunch, and Apple Jacks. And Amy, I'm sorry, you're in last place.
Oh, Amy.
Oh, it was so close, Amy. You and Ray were neck and neck. I mean, I was watching it
Amy
all
had Golden
day.
Grams, O's, and Cocoa Puffs, and you finished in last place.
And what did Ray have again?
Fruity Pebbles, French Toast Crunch, and Life.
Wow. I love Life, and I was scared to put it because I thought it would make me lose, but wow.
So that puts, it's Lunchbox's second win. So Morgan, number 2, has 4 wins. Lunchbox with 2, Eddie with 2, Amy with 2, me with 2. Everybody has 2.
Good.
Yeah. Well, Raymundo's not on the board yet.
Yeah, I'll get it. Don't worry. And the sucky thing is that separates almost last and first place is Apple Jacks. My girlfriend told me to go with it, and I went with Life.
No, that
I
wasn't the
think that was
difference.
it.
Yeah, right. Well, anyway,
And then
Ray, I'm
for
glad
Cinnamon
you're still
Toast
staying in the
Crunch.
game. It's your first time to stay in the game. Good for you.
Yeah, I'm a dominant force, and people recognize that now.
Yeah, first,
Okay.
what do you mean dominant? First time
No.
you haven't been eliminated in
Ray,
one
we
match.
were neck and neck for last
Yeah.
place.
The Frosted Flakes is what put me over the top, Ray, not the Apple Jacks.
Coming up, the Friday morning dance party in about 20 minutes or so. Also, we'll do Tell Me Something Good coming up next. A 4-year-old boy can't be exposed to the sun because he has health issues, but all he wants to do is play outside. Up next, I'll tell you what Make-A-Wish did for him, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
So there we have it. You good?
Yeah.
All right. We'll come back and do Tell Me Something Good. Back in a second.
Bobby Bones.
The 2019 edition of What Women Want is out, where they talked to 68,000 women, and they surveyed this study across the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that women want. Again, 68,000 women. So it's not like 10
It's a lot.
in Iowa.
Right.
Right. So it's like spread out. It's a lot.
Good sample.
Okay. Just letting you know it's a heavy sample size.
Okay.
Can I get a drum roll, please, Raymundo? Some of the top ones are. At number 6, quality of friendships in their life.
Yeah.
It's very important to women. All these you're going to go, yeah, they all make sense.
Oh, okay.
Quality of friendships. That's at number 6. Number 4, they want a dude who is, or number 5, they want a dude who is smart.
Yeah.
Number 4, supportiveness.
True.
They want someone who's very supportive. Number 3, financial stability.
Yes. Whether from ourselves. I mean, just.
No, they're looking for it.
Oh.
Yeah, what they're looking for.
Yeah. You want. Yeah. Yes. I mean, I think that everybody wants that in somebody else. Like, be stable financially.
Attractive body.
Sure.
I don't see my point is I don't see a dad bod on here.
Oh, no?
No.
I'm waiting for it. You still have number 1.
Yeah, number 1's got to be
The
dad
number
bod.
1 thing they look for in a partner is kindness.
Sweet.
Okay. That's a lot of women.
Yeah.
It's only top 5?
Yep.
Yeah. if you
6,
went-
top 6.
Oh,
Top
6.
Yeah, you're about to go if you went 6 down.
Right.
In parentheses,
I'm not
after-
even hating. I'm just, those stories are so dumb.
The dad bod stories?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, let's not waste 30 more minutes on this.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's not.
Even though I still believe that.
I still
believe that women like dad bods.
boy. So that's the deal there. There was a Frontier Airlines passenger at the Las Vegas airport, and he punched the pilot.
Oh,
Vegas, a lot happens in Vegas. Everywhere.
like a little bit of too much drinking.
I was reading this last night. A passenger on Frontier Airlines was detained by Las Vegas police after he punched a pilot at the gate. Authorities say the man was at McCarran International Airport after crew members decided the passenger was too intoxicated to board the flight. They're like, you had too much to drink. You can't come on. You're going to be a problem in the air. We can't have you up here. So he's fighting with the crew, and the pilot comes out and is like, hey. And they go, oh.
Popped him.
I never punch anybody in the face.
Me
ever.
either.
I don't know. Like sometimes I punch in gloves and it hurts. I can't imagine punching with my bare fist.
I've heard it feels good.
What?
No,
To punch,
I haven't.
not-
Even
not-
people that I know that have fought, they're like, don't punch in the. It's
Oh,
not
really?
good. Always hurts.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Always hurts. I will read you the Dancing with the Stars odds this season.
Okay.
Because last season I was the lowest picked. I texted with Sharna a little bit last night. She was like, I don't know why I'm not coming back. She's like, is it because the win was controversial? Is it because, well, a couple other reasons.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
she was still doesn't really know. But I can read you the odds coming up in just a second. It's interesting. I had a friend who put money on me, a lot of money, and I was at terrible odds, and he made a lot of money last year.
You know, I wish I would have followed his lead.
But I was like, don't do it. I was like, there's no way out. So, we got a lot to do. The dance party comes up in about 10 minutes as well. So appreciate you guys hanging out. If you want to hop on the show, 877-77-Bobby. 877-77-Bobby. We'd love to talk to you, especially if you have questions. And you can also text us. Text whatever you want to Bobby. That's the number. So text your message to 26229. Standard message and data rates apply. Appreciate you for being here.
It's time for the good news.
With Bobby.
Tell me something good.
When Brody, a 4-year-old Connecticut boy, was asked what he wanted to come true, his dream was, I just want to play outside. Brody was born premature at 27 weeks and faces medical conditions and medications that cause him to overheat and burn easily, meaning he can't spend any time outside. When Make-A-Wish Connecticut heard about this, they jumped into action. Debbie Artanian, a Make-A-Wish organizer, said, okay, how can we create some temperature-controlled environment? So they went and got this tent that can control the temperature, and now he's able to play outside and not actually be in the sun. So that's what they do. They put him out. A beach scene. He loves the beach, and so he can't get in the water, but he's still able to go outside and play, and it's all because these folks that volunteer kind of figured out when a step, more with him.
Yeah, no, that's
So
awesome.
he can do some play outside that makes him happy. So I saw that story, I wanted to share it. That's what it's all about right there.
That was Tell Me Something Good.
On show.
Taylor's new album, Lover, is out today. So congratulations on that. Saw people tweeting about that. She did GMA yesterday. It was a big deal. She's opening the VMAs on Monday. And, I checked out the Taylor album because she has a song with the Dixie Chicks. And I was like, let me see what this sounds like. And so I listened to it. It's pretty good. Is it about her mom, Morgan number 2?
Yeah, it's about her mom and her continued battle with breast cancer.
Yeah, I was listening and I was like, dang, this is deep. So I'm going to play it. It's Taylor Swift and the Dixie Chicks. This is called Soon You'll Get Better here on the Bobby Bones Show. Check it out. Hey, glad everybody's here. We'll play Jason Aldean, Girl Like You. Come back, grab some calls. We'll do our new segment called What's the Haps, which is just, hey, what's happening? Or like, what's going on? Or like, tell me about your life. We'll do What's the Haps coming up. We'll read you the odds on Dancing with the Stars and where Lauren Elena is. All coming up. What's the haps? Hey,
what's the haps?
Amy, what's the haps?
So it's my friend's birthday this weekend. So it's a perfect excuse to order my favorite birthday cake ever from Mamafuku Milk Bar. And so we're going to be diving into some of that cake this weekend, and I cannot wait.
Hey,
what's the haps?
Lunchbox, what's the haps?
Man, I'm waiting for something to come in the mail, and it's an antenna from my cable company because I don't have ABC, so I haven't been able to watch, all the shows live. I have to wait a couple days till they're online, but they are sending me an antenna, and they gave me $10 off a month because they haven't been having ABC.
Amazing that DirecTV still doesn't have ABC.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I would have dropped it.
I'm about to.
That's nuts. I can't believe they still haven't negotiated whatever it is. And aren't they now saying that they may not have NBC?
Oh, don't do that. Are you serious?
I think so.
I'll have to go. I don't know where else you go to, because other people don't have things, right? Or is it?
No, all I know is it's DirecTV that doesn't have one of the networks.
All right, Comcast, call me.
Oh, you want them to call you?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's what's the haps. Hey,
what's the haps?
Producer Eddie?
So there's a rumor going around that Whataburger may be coming to Nashville. I don't know how true it is, but there is a petition on change.org. And so I'm signing it. We want Whataburger to come to Nashville. And if it does, I'm going to be so excited.
Go, hey.
What's the haps?
Morgan number 2, what's the haps?
Well, I bought a bunch of stuff for my house, and my parents are coming into town, and my dad's going to hang it all up for me. And I'm really excited to finally get it all on the walls.
Your parents stay with you at your house?
Yeah.
Or do they stay in a hotel?
Yeah, no, they stay with me now that I have a spare bedroom and everything. So yeah, he's gonna be my little handyman for the time being.
Do you go out and party when your parents are here? Do you like go out like you do and then come home just wow?
Oh no, if I go out, I'll go out with them.
Is it
But
genetic? Do your parents come home with that? You all go out and just
No, my parents actually don't drink.
really ever?
Yeah, like once a year maybe for like an event, but no, they really don't drink.
Thank you, Morgan. Number 2. Hey!
What's the hash?
Oh, that's cool. We all do it. Like when I start, you guys just jump
Hey.
in.
Oh.
I'll do me. My dog is going away for a few days to do training camp. NFL does training camp. Military goes away and trains. My dog's going to head off, and he'll come back in a few days and probably be trained up. Probably salute.
That'd be great.
Probably do dishes, do all kinds of stuff. I just got to stop him from chewing. And the guy's, he's known as like the dog genie or something. So,
Yeah, I hope it goes well. If it does, might be sending Cara to camp.
Yeah, which is Amy's dog, by the way.
Right.
Yeah. I also, what's the haps is I had to get like a B12 shot. I didn't have to. I was feeling like kind of bleh, so I got a B12 shot. And I put a Band-Aid on. And you know I get spray tans, right? Nobody's hiding anything. And it took I got a spray tan. Took off my Band-Aid, took off my spray tan.
Oh, man.
Hey,
what's the hash?
All right, that's what's the haps. Thank you. I was reading the odds for Dancing with the Stars this next season. If you remember last season, I was in dead last place. And so the little man can win it, for sure. The favorite is Ray Lewis, the football player. And I really wanted to see where Lauren Elena fell. And she falls right in the middle at 7-1. She's somebody who at 7-1, I'd put some money on.
Yeah, that's good money.
Because
she's a hard worker.
She's a hard worker. She's got the backing of us. She got the backing of her Idol fans.
Yeah.
She's great on TV. And I think I did that all in order. I think her being great on TV is going to be first for her because she's so funny. So, yeah. Ray Lewis first, James Vanderbeek second, Karamo from Queer Eye 3, Allie Brooke she's from a girl group. What group is she from?
Fifth Harmony.
So she's the one good ringer dancer they brought in.
Oh, 'cause
They may have to let a ringer dancer win this season because the opposite won last season.
Yeah, I remember that.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Kel Mitchell, then Lauren Elena. In the last place is Sean Spicer. So he's at 50-1 to win it all.
That's where you were.
Well, I wasn't, yeah, for sure. Kate Flannery from The Office is she's older, so it's harder for people that are older to keep up with the regimen of training. So I think that's why they're at the bottom. So I saw that. I did hear Lauren. This is a clip of her on Entertainment Tonight. Here,
Well, I did the show last year. I performed, I sang for the show, and I fell in love with it.
But performing and dancing
Are
are different ballgames.
Yeah, well, I don't know how to dance, so I don't know why I agreed to it, really.
So there's Lauren Elena talking about that. Here's another clip.
Bobby and I are really good friends, and I called him and I was like, Bobby, I don't know how to dance. They want me to do this show.
Well, did Bobby?
And he said, Lauren, I still don't know how to dance, and I won. So just go have fun and do your best and enjoy it, and people will love you. So I was like, okay, well, here we go.
And we're rooting for her. I think she starts training this weekend officially. I also saw in the news that, you know how you get those emails and it's like, hey, I'm a Nigerian prince, and if you give me your bank account, I'll put $11 in there. Yeah. They busted 80 people in one of these Nigerian fraud schemes.
Nigerian fraud networks now target individuals and businesses alike through sophisticated business email compromise scams known as BEC scams, romance scams, and other online schemes.
So they're talking about how they go to older people and like, hey. And the reason that we still get these in such bulk is because they do work. And let's say they send out 1,000 and only one person bites. That's still money, good money if they get it.
Right.
And it takes no time to send out 1,000 for them. So they busted 80 people, some in America and some in Nigeria. They also talked about how you get robocalls on your phone all the time.
Yes.
All the time. I have more robocall friends than I do human friends.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just call up, be like, wonder who this is. Hello? Hello, is this Bobby? And then I have to sit there and have the whole conversation with them. I don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it is.
Yeah, hey, how's it going?
So a dozen phone companies are pledging new tech to fight these robocalls.
The phone companies will help prevent illegal robocalls by implementing call blocking technology at the network level at no cost to customers.
So
that'd be nice.
That would be. I go home and I'm sitting and I'll go home and kind of look at the show's notes for the day or whatever. I'm in. My phone always rings between like 10 and 3. It's just robocall after robocall. I don't even know what they're selling me. Warranties? Mostly it's warranties on things I don't even have. Hey, we'd like to offer you a warranty on your boat. I ain't got a boat. Why offer me a warranty on something I don't have? There was a flight from Delta, a Delta flight from JFK to Los Angeles, so New York to LA, and it was delayed 18 hours. So almost a full day, but that really wasn't even what was messing everybody up, is that since they kept delaying it and not canceling it, they wouldn't give people hotel rooms.
Oh my gosh.
Here's this clip. This is them getting upset.
What are they saying?
Call your boss. Call your boss.
And I feel bad for the employees of Delta who are running the counter. What are they supposed to do?
Call their boss. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
You don't think the boss already knows? I felt so bad. I felt bad for everybody. The people on the plane. And I had a friend who was on this flight. That's how I knew about it. And so, because she was posting on her Instagram story. And so they're yelling at the person behind the counter. What is the counter person supposed to do? Like, really?
Right.
Think about that next time you get mad at somebody sitting behind a counter. It's not they didn't break the plane, or it was weather and it turned into. But here is a guy explaining why the passenger should have been upset, just not at those people. Here.
We were given no water, no pillows, no covers. We were given no food. I was given some food vouchers, which I was grateful for, except everything was shut, so you couldn't actually spend them.
So it wasn't the people at the counter's fault, though. The counter people are just like, oh my goodness, we're trying.
Golly.
So when you get mad, just think about you and where you are. Sometimes people get mad at you when it's really out of your control.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt bad for everyone. There was no win there. The person who was, making out like a bandit was the people behind a counter in another city. Like, oh, we got to cancel that flight.
Yeah.
We're good. They'll be all right. But you can't get a hold of them. You can tweet them, but they just laugh at those.
Mm-hmm.
And one final clip here. Justin Timberlake surprises people at BB King's in Memphis, which is like a little restaurant bar, with a Chris Stapleton cover. You're sitting in there having like some ribs. I go to BB King's. There's one here. I've been to the one in Memphis. And Justin Timberlake comes in and starts playing music.
Yeah,
Are
how
you kidding
crazy.
me? How crazy would that be? So that's kind of a lot of the sounds that were happening in the past day I pulled. Anything you'd like to say with that about any
Man.
of those clips?
Okay, yeah. I'd freak out if Justin Timberlake did that to me. And then I'm thinking about, like, how would you, like, can you just leave? Can you just leave the airport and get a different flight, but you won't get your money back if you do that? Like,
My
I'm thinking, why didn't they
understanding
just leave?
My understanding is they kept delaying it.
Like
so it's
1
like
hour
2
at a time,
hours,
like 18 times?
3 hours, 2 hours. So you really couldn't just go, well, I'm going to bail because
Then you might miss your
flight.
right.
And who's going to want to pay for another flight on another airline?
I know.
So it was a bad situation all the way around. They were rioting at the counter. Call your boss. And the person was like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I'm trying everything I can. And it's out of their hands.
As Delta?
Yeah.
I'd like to say I dealt with Delta yesterday and had excellent customer
Delta's
service.
always rocked my face off,
Right.
too. I'll be honest with you.
Really?
Southwest is amazing customer service.
Baller.
And Delta is the best.
Right.
It gets a little sketchy after that. You start to have issues with the planes and the people.
My husband has, I don't have this, but he has Delta status or whatever because of work and he travels so much. So we got on the phone and then he called, he has a special number. So I'm sure Delta customer service is great, but they treat, yes, Mr. Brown, how may we help you?
He's
And-
also a pilot.
And then he was like, actually, it's my wife. And then I pipe in. I'm like, hey, thanks for taking my call. Like they answer.
Can I get some extra peanuts?
Like I was like, oh, this is baller. Because I think had I called, I probably would have had a way longer wait. But yeah, it was nice, but great experience.
Let me go talk to Laura in Chicago, who's on the phone. Laura, appreciate you calling the Bobby Bone Show. What's going on?
Good morning.
Morning.
First of all, thank you for all your positivity in the morning. I love you guys are inspirational. But so I was thinking about your book, and I haven't read it yet. But I was thinking about my son, and I was wondering if it would be appropriate for a 14-year-old.
To read which book? My first one or my second one?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I would say, Amy,
I just
you can
know
answer
a little
this.
bit about your story.
I think my books are for everyone.
Yeah, I think they're both fine. I think in the first one there might be at least one story I'm thinking of right now where you could just go in and cut that page out.
Oh, the really embarrassing one about a girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So that's
he's
the only
14,
thing. I know. I get
14-year-olds.
that he's 14, but still, like,
The second book, no problem. It's a motivational book. The first book is kind of my life story.
yeah, and I think it's totally fine for kids. And it's up to your discretion as the parent. You go read that page
Cool.
that I'm talking about, and then you decide should
Yeah.
I conveniently
I do
rip
want to read
this
the
one?
book. So,
It's page
but I
69.
just was today this morning and thinking of him and thought, I love your positivity, and I just think that he could be very inspirational. So I was like, hey, I wonder if his book would be appropriate. So, okay.
Well,
Awesome.
let me know. Call me back. Let me know what he thinks if you do hop into one of those. The first one's called Bare Bones. Second one's called Fail Until You Don't.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. And yeah, he, I don't know if he'll listen to me to read it, but I hope so. So.
Well, what
all
worked
right,
for me
well,
was
thank
giving
you
someone
so
a personal
much.
pan pizza from Pizza Hut. Give them one of those, like
Yeah.
Book It back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Probably read all the books.
Right?
All right.
Right?
Thank you,
Yeah,
Laura.
that's a
Thanks
good
for listening to
idea.
Chicago.
Thank you so much.
All right,
All right.
bye-bye.
Have a great day. Bye
All
bye.
right. We'll come back in a second. Couple things. One, there's trending outdated slang and phrases. So all these
great.
things were listed, and let's see how many of them you actually say. Because Morgan number 2 is going to deliver them for us.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you say some of these and you shouldn't. 'cause
I probably do.
They've labeled them outdated slang and phrases.
Okay.
Okay? We'll do that coming up next. Amy, gender reveals. Love them or hate them?
Don't mind them. So, sure, love them.
Yeah, I'm okay with them too.
Doesn't bother me.
I don't like them when like a forest gets burned down because somebody's shooting pink or blue flames.
Well, yeah.
And they do get out of control sometimes, but I'm okay with them.
Yeah.
So people are putting them on Instagram, and it seems like people are getting a little nuttier. I mean, like if you cut a cake and it's blue or pink, it's cute.
Right.
Pinata, boom, blue or pink candy comes out. That's fun. But this YouTube influencer, Shyla Walker, shared an Instagram video of her gender reveal. Did you see this one?
I didn't.
Where she used a brand new Range Rover to
No.
announce, and it's a pink Range Rover.
Oh,
Open the box, and I was like, boom, pink Range Rover.
like a big full-size one or a little baby one?
No, it's a real
Well, I was thinking baby, like, like a toy car.
it's a real Range Rover. I'm looking on my screen, like the box is huge. The dad didn't know, she knew, and they open it up, and it's like pink Range Rover.
Wow.
And he's like, oh my goodness, did she know? I mean, she's crying. Did she know? I mean, because how do you just tell someone to go buy a Range Rover?
And wrap it pink. Surely they had to wrap it pink.
No. It's like the paint's pink.
It's a pink car.
It's a pink Range Rover.
Oh, well, you know how they can wrap cars.
It's not wrapped. It's like you color a car. You paint a car.
And they keep it?
I'd wrap it another color after. I mean, I guess they want to drive around. It's like people think you sold a bunch of Mary Kay.
That's funny. Like, dang, she must be balling on that
Yeah.
eyeshadow.
Yeah. One of my neighbors growing up got a pink Cadillac. She sold so much Mary Kay, like basically to my mom.
Is that still a thing, Mary Kay?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's totally still a thing.
People still sell
Yeah,
that?
somebody tried to
Yeah.
get my
Like,
wife to do it.
House to house? Or now is it
No.
Facebook?
More
I
like
mean-
friends.
Like
Yeah.
Facebook? Get on it.
Yeah, more like that.
Morgan number 2 has a story, outdated slang and phrases, because it was trending. And so you can read us these one at a time, and we'll just say yes or no if we still say this.
Be honest.
Okay, I didn't plan to lie. But
Well, for the fear of coming across as not cool.
I already come across not cool. I got nothing to lose.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile.
Oh,
No.
Those are
that's
funny.
old.
No, I don't say that. Go ahead.
Off the hook.
No.
No.
I think
What about chain?
Yeah, off the chain.
I don't say either
off
one
the
of
chain
those.
still.
I would say probably not both.
Both are
Oh.
old now.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe a little.
Cool beans.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
You still
one.
say that?
Cool beans? Yeah.
Oh, you do? It flows right off your tongue.
I know.
Like you still use it in your everyday vocabulary. Okay, go ahead.
Art of the deal.
Yeah.
Never heard that one.
Well, it's Trump's book. It's
Oh.
like that's the art of the deal.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
We don't say that.
Smoking or non-smoking?
I
What?
don't
It's
know
like
what that
a
mean-
restaurant term. So like when you show up at a restaurant and they're like smoking or non-smoking.
Yes and no. I needed the context for it.
Who smokes at a restaurant anymore? Ugh.
People
No
in the
one,
80s
really.
in a time machine that have come up 20 years. What else?
All that in a bag of chips.
No. Anybody
Yeah.
say that?
Yeah.
No.
You do?
Yeah.
Hey, look at you.
That's funny.
What else?
Up your nose with a rubber hose.
Now,
No.
that was like a clean dice. Hey, up your nose with a rubber hose. Hey,
Hey.
hickory dickory dock. Hey.
So is that a
So
yes?
no. No.
That's
a no.
so like 80s. Go ahead.
Give me some skin.
Oh,
Oh,
the
that's like-
handshakes.
That's cool.
Now, that was like what your uncles did when you were a kid. Like, give me some skin. And instead of just doing that, you like put your hand and then rub it across.
Yeah, you slide it.
Yeah. These are all outdated things, by the way.
We don't do that though.
Yeah.
Had
How
to
many
give
more
us
are
some
there?
skin.
There's two more.
Okay.
This is an A and B conversation. See your way out.
Yes.
Yes,
that.
for sure.
I
So mature.
don't say that one, but
Okay. Well, you're missing out.
I know. Should I use that more?
Yeah. Especially if you and I are talking A, B.
Mm-hmm.
Get it, Amy, Bobby?
Oh,
out of it.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Get it? Like
Now I do, but yeah, you had to say
It's like
it.
got a double meaning.
And the last one, what's cooking? Good looking.
Oh gosh, that's old.
That's-
That's like a song, right? Hey,
Hey,
good looking.
What you got cooking? How's about that's like a 60s song though.
Hank
How's
Williams,
about
I think.
cooking something up with me? And then it changed over to the commercial where it was like, how's about cooking something up with cheese? Remember that commercial?
No, I don't remember
No.
that.
Well, Morgan number 2, thank you for sharing. I feel pretty good. I don't think I hit any of those, so to me.
What was the last one I want to start? Hey, good looking, what you got cooking?
Yeah.
I'm going to start using that.
It'd kind of be cool to probably bring them back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd
Give
be
me
off-
some skin.
Be off the
Bones.
chain.
What about Yas Queen?
Yes.
Can I still say
Still
that?
in.
All right,
Still
good.
Yes.
Yes.
Yas Queen.
I was on a conference call the other day. This is
So
so
dumb.
dumb. I forgot I did this. But somebody said something on the call, and you barely interact anyway because everybody's talking and you're trying to get off. And I just responded to something, yas.
And then what happened?
I don't even know the people that are on the call, so it's just embarrassing. Probably people in like New York, LA, all these, and then business people, and you're just like, yas.
Well, if they're hip, they get it, and they're like Queen.
Fire.
Afterwards, I was like, I mean, yes. Mm-hmm.
Lit.
Yes.
Lit.
Fire.
What are you reading over there?
Oh, just you on People Magazine? Have you
Oh,
seen
did you
this?
see the dog article? Yeah, I put it on my Insta story.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that you had posted about it, but it says that you're a new dad.
Well, People Magazine did an
Oh,
article
my
on me and my dog.
Hmm. And the headline is Bobby Bones is a new dad. And I'm like,
They
oh,
can't
what?
say that.
I know.
They should
Click-
put single dad.
Talk about.
Oh,
Bobby Bones is a single
that
dad.
would definitely help you out a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well, Bobby does mention that in the article. Quote, he says, I'm a single dad here. Like, it's almost like he's looking for sympathy because his dog has to
I'm
go
making
pee
a
in the middle of the
joke.
night.
Come on. Although, yeah.
Yeah.
If I did
Yes,
have
queen.
someone that I was with, they could take the dog out at night instead of me having to do it. But yeah.
Okay, so I
you're
have
right.
I have some my favorite quotes.
Okay, go
from
ahead.
it.
Go ahead.
Well, so first of all, you should know, just if you're a new listener, the backstory is Bobby hasn't been ready for a dog because he lost his dog Dusty that he had for like 14, 15 years. And so you kind of been feeling a little lonely lately, and you've
Says
been
the article. Maybe I said that in the article.
yeah.
Maybe I was feeling very vulnerable.
Yes. And you felt like maybe it's time to bring a buddy back into your life. And you figured at some point that a dog would arrive, and then it was your new dog, Stanley. And then you said this quote, I mean, I got a dog because with this schedule, I can't keep a girlfriend. I can't get a girlfriend.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
There you have it.
And then, did you know they were going to go into they talk about, right after that, they talk about your success professionally.
Okay.
But that basically you have trouble in the romance department. And in years past, you've been linked to Rachel Reinhardt
Well, first of all, they go 2 girlfriends deep for no reason.
and Lindsay L.
They're just throwing names out there at this point.
I know. I was like, dang, an article about a dog, but we still got the.
Let's move on,
Mm-hmm.
folks.
Yeah, and trouble with the romance department, fake news. That sounds bad, dude.
So just yell fake news? Even if they're telling the truth, just yell fake news if you don't like
Sounds
it.
terrible.
That is what
How is
happens.
that fake though?
Like trouble with the romance department sounds like you're like you can't.
No,
do
Eddie,
it.
I have some more quotes that
Go ahead.
indicate trouble
We
with
only have
romance.
a second left. Go ahead.
Oh, sort of like I've had trouble with commitment, and with a dog, you just love them and they love you back. It's like therapy.
Okay, fair.
He adds with a laugh, I know he's not going to break up with me. The only reason he may leave is if he sees a hot dog or something.
That's funny, Bones.
Thank you. I don't remember saying that, but it sounds like something I would say.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I always think it's crazy that People Magazine did that when they do an article on
Oh,
me. so-
yeah, same. And it's long, and there's tons of pictures of you that they pulled from your Instagram. Like, it's really good. And then lastly, if anybody's curious why Stanley, Bobby's dog, doesn't have his own Instagram page, Bobby says, well, because if you do that, then I don't get the clicks. Like, Bobby wants the clicks on his Instagram, and he doesn't want people to like his dog more than him.
Yeah, because they will.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I put up a picture
For
last
sure.
night of me and my dog. Like, I put a picture of just me. Cricket. Sagebrush. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
We'll put it up if you want to see this article.
It's good.
It's a bunch of pictures of me and the dog, basically. People love that dog. We got to give people what they want. Give them the dog content. So check it out. I'm sending them away to camp today for a few days. All right, cool. We good? Everybody good?
Good.
All right,
Yeah.
back in a second.
The Bobby Bones
Show.
Hey, it's Bobby Bones.